Assalamu alaikum. My name is Kaisar Manzoor and my topic of presentation is enhancing honeypot deception capability through network service fingerprinting. So first of all, I will move with introduction. In introduction, there are different terms are there, like deception is an approach to deceive or mislead users into believing that the given information is beneficial to the user while at the same time protecting the real assets and the owner's intention. So honeypot is a computer security mechanism set for detecting, deflecting, and counteracting attempts at unauthorized use of information. The honeypots also provide an exceptional way to detect different unknown threats, including possible attackers' intrusion. It can gather information from useful patterns of attack, and it helps us to system administrator to learn to provide better security defense in hardening systems. So the fingerprinting is a set of information that can be used to identify network protocols, operating systems, hardware, and devices. So basically, a hacker uses fingerprinting as the first step of their attack to gather maximum information about the target. Next slide is problem statement. So attacker often uses fingerprinting techniques to probe system profiles, including system versions, open services, and their vulnerabilities. By using the same technique, honeypot can also be identified. So why problem is important? The objective of this research paper is to explore various fingerprinting techniques at different OSI layers to detect the presence of honeypots. Then using this information, new countermeasures are designed and applied to the existing honeypot. So that this will help the system to improve the reception of those honeypots. So this is the literature review. As I already told you what is a cyber deception and honeypot. So cyber deception is an approach to deceive or mislead user to believing that the given information is beneficial, and honeypot is a computer security mechanism set for detecting, deflecting, and counteracting attempts and unauthorized use of information systems. So here is threat modeling. So threat modeling is a procedure for optimizing network security by identifying objectives and vulnerabilities and then defining countermeasures to prevent or mitigate the effect of the threat. Honeypot fingerprinting, basically the set of information that can be used to identify different network protocols, operating systems, etc. Attackers, basically hackers use the hacker uses the fingerprinting as the first step of their attack to gather the maximum information about the target. So different attacks can be performed after fingerprinting. The first one is flooding the honeypots by sending garbage packets. The second one is compromising the honeypots to become a bot. Attackers can also use honeypots as a spying platform. So here is the table of different honeypot threat modeling, like different attack variants, different attack descriptions, different root causes, different attack surfaces, and also contain the possible mitigation techniques. So first attack here is poisoning. Attack description: flooded the honeypot. The root cause of this attack is honeypot fingerprinting, and attack surface can be like multiple connections with same sources with no limit. So we can also mitigate this attack. Compromising, staggering internal attacks. The third one is learning, gaining private information, honeypot fingerprinting. As you can see here, the root cause of these three attacks is honeypot fingerprinting. So attacker uses honeypot fingerprinting to perform attack. So here are some honeypot enhancements that are done in this paper. There are different honeypots there are different honeypots used here, like HoneyD, Dinoya, Kippo, and Listapop. So the first honeypot here is HoneyD, in which there are several vulnerabilities are there, like open ports, HTTP, IIS, Internet Information Service. Some other ports are there, like in HTTP you can see invalid replies. In open ports, suspicious open ports are there. We scan these results from the Nmap tool. Nmap tool will give us the detailed information about these open ports and different HTTP replies. In the Noya, as you can see here, FTP, MySQL, SMB, there are different vulnerabilities are there, and these vulnerabilities can also be detected by Nmap tool. And in Kippo SSH secure shell, in secure shell there are several commands are not working over there. We can also enhance these vulnerabilities by configuring scripts. In GlusterPOP HTTP invalid replies are there. We can also enhance these vulnerabilities by configuring the script. So here are the expert reviews. To validate our enhancement results, security experts are invited to review the enhancements. The tests attempted by two different experts are using black box testing method, in which the experts are not given any information about the target. Both of the experts are security professionals, pen testers and consultants to various industries, including banking, telecommunications and other enterprises. As you can see here, here is a chart which have different honeypots and their detection probability. 1 means undetected, 2 means low probability, 3 means medium probability, 4 means high probability and 5 means detected. So as you can see here, HoneyD and GlusterPOP has low probability of detection, while on the other hand Noya and Kippo has high probability of detection. So at the last conclusion, honeypots being used as a cyber deception tool which will continue to evolve. Attackers can detect the presence of honeypots by fingerprinting them and inspect the result carefully on different OSI layers. Threat modeling is often used to analyze the potential security threats of fingerprinting results. To enhance its deception capability, system configuration and system scripts are used. We have successfully enhanced the deception capability of the honeypots to avoid the honeypots being identified by the attacker. Here is the future work. In future, we will enhance the deception capability of the system by fingerprinting layer 1 to check for the clock skew of the system. So the clock skew is also a mechanism. In future, we will work on it. And here are some references that I use in my slides. Thank you very much.